Like Y94, the number one hit music station, something we call Bombshell in a couple of minutes. Also, in less than 10, I think we were accidentally psychic the other day. We made a joke about something very casually. I barely remembered it until somebody else here reminded me. And guess what? It's something that's actually happening. So we might have predicted the future. Playhouse predicted the future by accident. On the way, first round of Am I the Jerk? Got a couple of situations here pulled from our Playhouse Facebook page where we said, hey, what's the situation we think maybe you were a jerk in? And we'll roundtable it real quickly and see if we totally think you were or were not a jerk. Here's case number 1 of 3. Am I a jerk? My coworker recently asked me to babysit so she could go on a date with her husband. She says they don't let their kid watch TV ever. She's 2. And I figure she can't communicate that well, so I don't care. I don't know much about kids, so I logged into my Netflix account and I put on Coco-Melon and had it on there for the entire time, several hours they were gone, and turned it off right before they pulled up, and I'll never tell her, though the kids seem to really enjoy it. Am I the jerk?
I'm going to say no, not a jerk. Like, yes, you obviously did her a favor, right? No, you watched her kid for her. Even though she's trying to tell you, like, I have a way of parenting and this is what I don't want our daughter to do, if you want to, like, really stick to that, then don't have other people watch your kids. Like, maybe your parents or your sister, if you're getting family members, or if you have, like, a babysitter that you're paying to be there, yeah, they should follow those rules. But if you're just getting a coworker to do you a quick favor, I don't think you can really be seen as a jerk.
I agree with Jamie. Not a jerk move, too, because you're doing them a favor. If they don't want you to watch TV, then they should say, okay, well, here are some things we do with the kid. Here are some games. This is what you can do. I think once in a while, it's not going to be an issue.
And if anything, you're putting yourself through torture by having Coco-Melon on for hours. She's the one that has to listen to it.
Dude, I disagree with both of you. I think it was totally a jerk move.
Really?
Hey, we don't actually let her watch TV as code for please don't put the TV on while we're gone while you're watching our kid. Like that, for all you know, that kid's literally never been exposed to that. And then you just threw them in front of Coco-Melon. Like, you don't do that. They don't want their kid to watch TV.
Not poison.
It's not your job to decide whether or not that kid gets screen time. They asked you to babysit. You said yes. They said our kid doesn't watch TV. You put her in front of the TV. Our kid doesn't play with knives. Here's some knives. Our kid doesn't eat candy. Here's some candy. Our kid doesn't want to play with that flamethrower. Here's a flamethrower. Our kid doesn't do that.
But it's not a flamethrower. It's the television. And if she wanted someone to stick to those rules,
how bad a TV is or how good a TV is?
But then she should have asked a coworker for a favor. If it's a paid babysitter or it's a family member and someone that, like, watches the child often, then yes, they should have followed those rules. But if it's someone doing you a favor, you can't really be too mad that they watch TV.
How do you know she didn't get paid? She didn't say whether or not she got paid or not. Maybe she got some out of the deal.
I still think, though, at that, then they need to provide other things to do. If we don't let our kid watch TV, okay, well, then what is she supposed to do for the next few hours?
Also, I don't think it should be a secret. If you're going to do something like that, you should feel comfortable enough to let them know, hey, I put on Coco-Melon. They really enjoyed it. So they can know if they should never ask you to come over again to babysit that kid.
They probably will know if she left her Netflix signed in.
You shouldn't have no secrets with a 2-year-old.
I'm going to say not a jerk.
Are you getting texted votes? I'm curious.
We're not really getting anything on that one yet. Oh, no. Someone said, I agree with 0. She's a jerk. It's not your child. Respect the parents' rules in parenting. What do you say?
I say not a jerk. You're watching. You're the caretaker for those few
hours.
Oh,
thank you for reminding me you're not a jerk vote that you each have said 20
times.
She
just asked me.
Why did you ask her the thing you knew that she agreed with you on?
She asked, but that's why I say not a jerk, because that woman's the caretaker for now.
And Jamie, what did you think? Jerk or not a jerk? For God's sake. Well, obviously that's what you guys think. I was outvoted. I horribly disagree. One of you, I don't know why counts because they're obsessed with Coco-Melon in their household, but you love Coco-Melon.
Oh.
Did she watch any other show?
I'm watching Coco-Melon.
Maybe.
Just because you're a Coco-Melon family, you want everybody to be a Coco-Melon family. Am I jerk case 2 of 3? Our office is having some sort of stupid potluck. I hate when they do this. I don't like stuff like that, so I'm just going to bring some cookies I bought from the grocery store after being assigned being the dessert person. Am I the jerk for not doing something more inventful when everybody's doing homemade stuff?
Not a jerk. You're still providing the desserts. So that's why I think you get away with it. I also don't want to cook. One time here we did what did we make? A cornbread? Was it cornbread we made? We did a cornbread baking contest. I
Something
can't
like that,
bake.
yeah.
So I reached out on Facebook and I asked someone to make me cornbread, and I brought it here. I did lose the contest, but I still had something. So
Wow, sounds a lot like somebody that sticks somebody else's kid in front of a TV.
You
Can you
know,
make me my food for my competition?
if you're somebody who knows, like, yeah, I'm not going to make something that's quality, you know your cooking level, you know your skills, maybe you don't have time on your hands, you're still providing food, like Amy said. Not everybody can provide good quality food for the rest of their coworkers, and if you can admit that with yourself, I think it's great.
I think it too. I don't think you're a jerk, but I think the move is it looks less lazy depending on what kind of cookies you bought. Like if you bought stuff from like the bakery, I think that's a better move. Like even just the grocery store bakery than like showing up with like a thing of Oreos.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like here's some Chips Ahoy and throwing it out there. Like it seems like a little bit because you can like display them on the plate a little bit. It might look kind of homemade if you replate them.
One time I had to, for school, we did like the last day of school and everyone bought baked goods. Well,
Yeah.
even in high school, I didn't want to bake. I went to the grocery store, bought pre-made cookies from the bakery, and I put them in a Tupperware container and brought them in, pretended like I made them. And some kid called me out and was like, "These are from Dominic's." And I was like, "Ooh, how did he know?"
Well, everybody knows the Dominic's cookie.
You know
Is
what?
that the name of a grocery store?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, Amy and I are getting outvoted on the first one, though. By a lot. Lots of people saying they think jerk.
No, not completely insane. And finally, am I the jerk? With house prices being so expensive, my husband and I kind of overpaid for our first home. And we do love it, but the owner that sold us the house was a jerk in the whole process. He kept raising the price after we agreed on the sale. He wouldn't accommodate anything. He wouldn't fix anything we asked to be fixed, but we just wanted the house. Now we have a chance to get revenge. He's been getting letters from a collection agency demanding payment for some overdue invoices. We've been ignoring them and throwing them out, and my husband says that's rude and we should forward them along. I say if he wanted his mail forwarded, he should have got his mail forwarded. He also should have paid his bills. I'm throwing these away because I know it's an opportunity for him to be inconvenienced after he was so horrible to us. Am I being the jerk?
Yeah, I think maybe you are being a jerk at the end of the day on this one. It's really easy to just write a little note, say, move,
Doesn't
and
live here.
throw it right back in the mailbox.
Man.
And either way, I know it sucks because he was such a jerk to you guys, but I fully believe in karma and he's just going to get his own one day. And maybe, you know what?
Sounds like he
This is
is.
it.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
he's getting his own.
See, I am kind of split in the middle. I don't agree with the husband where you collect it and then you go forward it yourself. I think, yeah, maybe you
Throw it in
leave
the
a little,
mailbox.
yeah, just keep it in the mailbox and say like doesn't live here or something. That's what I did. But you don't have to, don't throw it away. I think that is rude. So that's why I'm kind of in between. It's not your responsibility. He should have changed his mailing address. That's also on him.
Yeah. I definitely think that he could have probably been more responsible and nicer to you guys. But yeah, it's a jerk move for sure.
He probably decided not to change his address because he's getting all these bills in the mail. He probably's like, I don't
True,
want
yeah.
them.
Yeah, probably. If I was getting all those types of notices, I probably would go ahead and not want them to know where I live either. Makes sense to me.